He did that. It's really cool. Will there be somebody else out here in a different year? He said maybe in the later games, how long it goes fire. But yeah. Stay with him. They're going to be we're looking for top 50. If you stay on the same growth and path that you've been on, he's very hard working. He works on the weight room, works hard in the coaches. He wants to be the best. Like that's really all recipe for good. Very good.
Good morning from Houston, Texas. Game 1 of 2 today for the Kingsman Baseball Academy. The KBA is back on the air. Griffin Leonard here on the call for you as the Kingsman Varsity group battles the Bennett Rebels prospect team for the second day in a row. The Kingsmen fresh off of a 6-1 win in yesterday's contest, looking for another one in the win column, and Caden McNeil is going to lead things off. We'll walk you through the whole batting order in just one moment, but it's McNeil, Thomas, and Bernie here in the first inning against Tavin Lonis. Lonis, the right-hander, we saw him in the infield in yesterday's game. First pitch of the ball game. McNeil squared but pulled back. It's high for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Outside half of the strike zone for the Rebels of the Bennett School. Looking for the revenge win against the Kingsmen after the loss yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out to the leadoff man. Breaking ball called outside. McNeil started to bring the bat around, but no need for an appeal. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed to make it 2-2. Catching Lonis today is Yandel Santos. Wearing the number 33, he has his sign. 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside corner. McNeil down looking to start the ball game. Full batting order for the Kingsmen here in game 2 for the varsity team. It's Thomas and Bernie after Caden McNeil, then Dino Catani, Ashton Bose, and Brody Winant in the 4-5-6. Final 4 of the order: Harris Clark, Matt De La Cruz, PJ Olvera, and Logan Daniel. First pitch to Eli Thomas is high for a ball. Infield for the Rebels is Tucker, Eli, Haley, and the first baseman is going to have to be figured out here in just one moment. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like Williams is at first. There's a fly ball hit to the right-hand side of the outfield. Tracking it is Lee, and the catch is made for out number 2. The lineup card I was given does not have a first baseman on it, 2 center fielders. So I'll have to sort that out in the middle of the inning. Christian Bernie up with 2 away, and the bases are empty for the Kingsmen. Slider missed just off the plate, 1-0. Catani will hit if the inning sees another hitter. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch to Bernie, rides up and in, and it hit Christian Bernie. He's on first with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Kingsman looking for an early offensive spark, and they have a base runner with 2 away. So Catani to hit next, the left fielder for the Kingsmen.
Be you, Dino.
His first at bat of the game. First pitch, just missed the knees, and it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Catani lets it go with the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Rebels in the bottom of the first. We'll see 4, Haley and Santos come up to the plate. First 3 to the plate for the Rebels of the Bennett School. Bernie's on first, 2 out. Pitch from Lones. Runner on the move and a high fly ball foul to the left side of the infield. 2 strikes to the hitter. Ashton Bowes on deck if the Kingsmen get 1 more to the plate here in the first. Lones cycles 1 home. And there's a check swing, popped into shallow left center, and it's over the head of the shortstop, Eli. Bernie's moving his way to third, and it's a 2-out single, unorthodox from Gino Catani, but it counts to put runners on first and third with 2 away. Got that one just over the head of Jack Eli, and the Kingsmen are threatening here in the first. Ashton Bowes to hit next. See if Catani sticks around at first for long. First pitch to Ashton is right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
Hey.
Next pitch to the plate, a breaking ball. Throw down to second is not in time, and the run scores. Christian Bernie scoring on the throw. 1-0.
Hey, got a bow, now expand, huh?
Bennett was trying to get the out to end the inning, and the throw was a little late, and the Kingsmen took advantage. So 1-0, runner on second and 2 away. 2 strikes now to Ashton Bowes. Breaking ball in the dirt, he swung and missed. No tag, so the throw goes down to first in time to end the inning. 1-0, the Kingsmen find the game's opening run. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and the Kingsmen will head to the field when we come back. Varsity Baseball here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. 1-0 here in the bottom of the first on the Kingsman Baseball Network, and it is the top of the order for the Bennett Rebels to start off the home half of the first, facing Nemo Barnes out of Bowling Green, Ohio. The right-hander starting off the game on the mound, pitching to Christian Burney. First pitch of the ball game in the bottom half is a ball off the plate. Barnes has Clark, Daniel, Olvera, and Bose as his infield behind him. Out of the windup, 1-0 pitch. Top of the zone, called a strike, 1-1. It's Caden 4, the pitcher, or the designated hitter rather, batting for the pitcher. Batting for Lonis. Saw him get an at-bat in yesterday's game. 1-1. Back to the fastball, hit in the air. Right side of the infield, Bose calling off his infield. And Ashton Bose has the catch for out number 1. Outfield for the Kingsmen, Dino Catani, Katie McNeil, and Brody Wynant. Apologize for the general lack of visibility outside of home plate for this one. We'll be back on field number 1 here at the Baseball USA complex for the 2 prospect games today and tomorrow. First pitch to Cody Haley is high for a ball.
Brody.
1 ball, no strikes. Barnes slides to the plate and gets a swing and a miss from Cody Haley, 1-1. The Kingsmen scoring the first run of the game in the top half, a hit by pitch and a single with 2 outs, and then a stolen base first to second, excuse me, allowing a run to score on the throw. Two strikes, Nemo Barnes pitching against Cody Haley. Looking for back-to-back outs to start the game. Bernie sets up the pitch, high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yandel Santos on deck.
Good.
2-2 in the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Right, name's all right.
Full count pitch. Barnes hits him with the high fastball and gets the strikeout for out number 2. Nemo's first strikeout this morning. He'll face Santos with 2 away. Kingsmen took a 2-0 lead in the first of yesterday's game. We're able to hold that lead the rest of the way with the Rebels grabbing 1, and then the Kingsmen able to increase the lead after that. See if they can hold off Bennett in the first inning this morning. There's a strike on the inside corner against Yandel Santos. The catcher was in left field yesterday for the Rebels. There's a foul ball to the right side, flying over and out of play. The ball's in 2 strikes. Barnes trying to get out of the first, facing the minimum. We have Wynant, Clark, and De La Cruz due up on the other side of the break. Barnes nods and fires. Nearly got the swing, but the ball hits to the backstop, 1-2. Matthew Tucker to hit in the cleanup hole if the Rebels get another batter to the plate here in the first. The pitch from Nemo. Got the swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nehemiah Barnes. And the Kingsmen able to go 1-2-3 defensively in the first inning. We head to the second, 6-7-8 on the other side of the break here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. To the second inning we go here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Brody Winan leads things off. He's ahead 1-0 against Tavin Lonis. Out of the windup, the pitch. And he fouls one off to even the count. It's Winan, Clark, and De La Cruz here in the away half of the second.
Home field.
1-0 here in inning number 2. Lonis pitching to Brody. Drops the breaking ball in there for strike number 2. Back-to-back strikes for Lonis after falling behind 1-0. Harris Clark on deck, playing the hot corner for the Kingsmen today after he was the first baseman in yesterday's win. 1-2. In the dirt, bounced off the catcher's glove and sky high. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
They seen it really well, huh?
Winan took it just low for ball 3. Brody had a base hit in yesterday's win in his second at-bat. Looking to reach his first time around. 3-2 pitch. Fastball tapped up the middle. Nice play by Lonis, who will jog it to first and flip it over to Williams. Out number 1 here in inning number 2. He hit it hard, but the reflexes were quick from Tavin Lonis. First out of the inning, Harris Clark in the 7 hole, stepping in right-hand side. First pitch, Clark sitting on it, pops it foul.
There you go.
0-1. And he got the corner low and away, 0-2. Nice pitch from Lonis, but Clark will have to fight now. De La Cruz is on deck. A shake, and now Lonis has a sign, 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out on 3 pitches. Third strikeout of the day for Tavin Lonis, and they're quickly 2 away here in the second. Matt De La Cruz, the designated hitter for the Kingsmen today. And the appeal down to first says he went around. He's behind 0-1. Hitting for Nemo Barnes in the 8th spot. PJ Olvera and Logan Daniel, the only 2 hitters in the Kingsmen order after De La Cruz. Now behind 0-2 as the fastball is blown by DLC. In the bottom of the second, we'll see Tucker, Eli, and Nolan, 4-5-6, 0-2 pitch. And another 3-pitch strikeout. We head to the bottom half of inning number 2 here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. To the bottom of the second we go here. The Rebels down 1 to the Kingsmen. In the bottom of the second, Matthew Tucker in the 4-hole, batting against Nemo Barnes, who got his first 3 hitters he saw in the first. First pitch, low of the zone. So far, 2 strikeouts for Barnes, 3 in 2 innings for Tavin Lonis on the other side. 1-0. Ground ball, third base side, bouncing toward the Kingsman dugout, foul. One ball, 1 strike. Nemo Barnes and the Kingsmen in the gold jerseys today fires home and gets a cue shot, rolling right side, foul, gloved by Bose. Credit to Nemo for hustling over to the first base bag, but no flip was necessary. One ball and 2 strikes after a couple of foul balls consecutively. And Barnes will hunt his 3rd consecutive punch-out. Time called by the hitter. Jack Eli on deck, the shortstop. Eli started the game and then was replaced toward the end by the hitter at the plate now in Matthew Tucker. 2-strike pitch. I think that would have been behind a lefty. It's 2-2. Two delivery coming up here from Nemo Barnes to the third baseman. It's a good spot on it, but no chase, 3-2. Three and 2 is the count. Barnes out of the windup, fires home. Outside corner, got the swing and a miss, and it's 3 consecutive swinging strikeouts on the mound for Nemo Barnes. One away here in the second as the shortstop Eli will try to solve the puzzle. You got the pop out from Caden Ford to begin the bottom of the first, and since then 3 strikeouts with the swing. And Barnes is rolling here through the first part of the second. His first pitch, a spinner that misses just high, 1-0. Barnes out of the windup, 1-0 pitch. And misses high with the fastball, 2-0. Infield behind him, Clark, Daniel, Olvera, and Bose. A couple of changes from yesterday's. Montgomery Hart not in the lineup today after he had played third base, rather. That 2-0 finds the outside edge. Ashton Bose enters the lineup at first. Harris Clark moving from first over to third. And then Eli Thomas, the extra hitter today, and taking his spot in the field is P.J. Olvera, who we did not see in yesterday's win. After the swing, 2-1 pitch, goes right back to the same spot and gets the call, 2-2. Sun peeks out a little bit here in Houston. Expecting another sunny day after a relatively overcast morning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barnes looking for another one. And that one is outside, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. That ball ripped down the left field line, hooking foul and just escaping over the third base line fence. Another good bat on ball from the Rebels. They've had a couple of hard hit foul balls in this game, but nothing to show for it as far as base runners go. For the second straight batter, they have Nemo to a full count. After the foul ball, here comes another payoff pitch. Gets the swing and a miss. Popped up the fours. It's another one for Nemo Barnes, and J.J. Nolan will be up with 2 away. So he'll face a left-hander with 2 away. J.J. Nolan, the left fielder for the Bennett School. First one from Barnes is skied foul to the backstop, 0-1.
I'll take that one real quick. Thank you, sir.
A 1 pitch. Outside, and it is 1-1. In the top of the third, we'll see Olvera, Daniel, and McNeil. 9-10-1. Both teams hitting 10 with the extra hitter. Bennett's extra hitter in the hole, Dash Dowell, who we did not see yesterday. Barnes fires the 1-1, just missed the outside corner, and it is 2-1. The Kingsman prospect team in attendance to the third base line. They'll head over to field number 1, where the varsity team played in yesterday's contest. 2-1, just misses inside, 3 balls and a strike. They'll get ready for their first of 2 matchups against Bennett's premier team. Should be some good baseball on tap for you this afternoon. We'll have that one as soon as the coverage here on field 10 is over. 3-1, a foul ball over the screen and out of play. 3-2 for the third batter in a row. If Bennett gets another hitter to the plate here, we'll see Jagger Williams with 2 outs in the second. So here is another payoff. Ground ball first base side and through. Collected by Brody Winant. It's a 2-out single for the Bennett Rebels, their first base runner of the ball game. Finally, the Rebels getting something with 2 strikes against Barnes to break the strikeout streak. So here's Williams, the first baseman. He has a runner on first and 2 away. Just a 1-run game here in the bottom of the second. Inside, 1-0. One 1-0 pitch. Popped up in the air, shallow center. McNeil slipped, and he's now sprinting in, and the ball falls in front. Back-to-back singles. And that one coming because the center fielder lost his footing in the outfield. Perhaps the morning dew of the grass outfield here at Baseball USA, the field that we played on yesterday as well as this one, a turf infield and a natural grass outfield. And the early morning start, maybe the conditions out there just a little bit wet, contributing to that slip. Dash Dowell, the extra hitter, up for the first time in this series, and he's in a big situation. Tying run on third, go ahead on first. First pitch from Barnes is a swinging strike. Dowell batting in the 8-hole for the Rebels. Barnes out of the stretch after back-to-back base hits. Barnes a long time looking in, now fires the 0-1. Away as Bernie makes the snag, 1 ball and 1 strike. Shorter backdrop and back stop than in field number 1. The site of yesterday's contest. Both catchers and base runners will have to take that into account. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Bustamante on deck, yesterday's starting pitcher. He'll hit in the 9-hole if Dowell can move the line along one more hitter here in the second inning.
Good job here, kid.
2 strikes, runner on the move, and a pop-up first base side, hooking toward the line. Bernie and Chase reaching up at the fence, and it's just out of reach as it falls a foot or two on the wrong side of that chain link. Once again in the third, it's Olvera, Daniel, and McNeil. The only question is, will the Kingsmen still have the lead? Nemo Barnes stares in at Christian Burney as the catcher gets his sign from the dugout. Runner broke to second on the last pitch. We'll see what happens here. The pitch outside for a ball. Two balls and 2 strikes to Dash Dowell in his first plate appearance of this series. Slightly open stance for the right-handed hitter. Bat on his right shoulder as time now called. The Bennett School scored a run in the second inning of yesterday's game, the only run of the game for the home team. See if they can grab another here. Throw over to first, back safely with the tag from Bose is Jagger Williams. Another 2-strike offering, and it's low and away to bring the count to full. Runner on first will have a head start here. The Kingsmen will try to keep a run off the board. Important 3-2 pitch. Back-to-back singles for Bennett here with 2 away. And it is high for a walk. Bustamante is the center fielder in the 9-hole. Batting with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second, 1-0 ball game. And the Rebels now have the tying and go-ahead run in scoring position with the 2-out walk. The Kingsmen had 2-out production in the first inning to give them the lead. First 2 hitters retired, then a hit by pitch and a single. Kingsmen scoring on a first-third play. And now a quick conference between Burney and Barnes here in the second. When I say quick, I mean quick. So here is yesterday's starting pitcher, Cade Bustamante, playing center field in this one. Barnes working once again out of the windup. His first pitch is high for the first ball of the at-bat. Barnes struck out 4 of his first 5 hitters, but has since given up 2 singles and a walk. 1-0 pitch. And he misses outside. It's off the glove of Burney. And now the runner halfway in between first and second. But the Kingsmen will not attempt the throw. The count now 2-0. Barnes has got to get this under control here in a big spot. Okay. 2-0 count. And Barnes will step off and reassess. Scheduled for 7 innings today, the Prospect versus Premier game scheduled to start at noon. We'll see if that ends up a little bit delayed, depending on how long this one goes. And now another conference between pitcher and catcher.
Okay, 2-0, you're good.
2 balls and no strikes. Hitters count for Bustamante. swing and a miss, 2-1.
Head up, head up.
Owen Lee to hit next. If this inning continues, the bottom of the order. And Bennett would loop it around to the top for 4, Haley and Santos. 2 balls and a strike after the swing. Low and away, 3-1.
Come on, roll. Come on now, baby.
3-1 pitch. Foul ball to make it 3-2.
Hey, gotta go to the plate. Go to cross. Let's go 3-2.
I'll take it.
Go 3-0.
After the foul ball, another payoff pitch. All 3 runners will have the head start.
Keep fighting, Ted.
The pitch from Barnes. Foul ball. Nemo finds the zone, but Cade fights it off. The center fielder battling here with 2 outs. An early chance for Bennett to strike back. Out of the windup, another 3-2. Another pop-up foul. Bo's tracking, but he's going to run out of room here. Wynant was also hustling in.
Hey, baseballs. Gonna need baseballs over here.
This is game 2 of 4 against the Bennett School, the Varsity's final game of this Lone Star trip. 3-2. Just missed the letters, and it is 1-1 as back-to-back walks bring a run in. Really good pitch that time from Barnes. Did not get the swing, did not get the call. But just a tad high, and now he faces the left-handed hitting Owen Lee. Outside, 1-0. They throw to second. Oh, and it's off the glove of Daniel and into center field. Bennett scores another run. That is the second consecutive game that Bennett has scored a run in the second inning off of that exact play. 2-1 now, the Rebels lead. And it is second and first with 2 away. High for a ball. Nemo threw just 13 pitches in inning number 1. This will be pitch number 39 of the second. 2-0. Hits the zone, 2-1. Seventh hitter of the inning at the plate for the Rebels, who have their first lead of the series against the Kingsmen. The pitch from Nehemiah. Ground ball foul, third base line. Back-to-back strikes make it 2-2. Kingsman will bring the bottom of the order up in the third, but the top of the order right around the corner. McNeil will be the third hitter, as the Kingsmen will try to find an answer to the Bennett School's 2 runs here in the second. 2 strikes to Owen Lee. Pitch to the lefty. Low and in. 3-2. Caden 4 on deck. The top of the order up. If one more batter comes to the plate, 4 in a row have reached after Barnes got the first 2 outs of the inning. Full count. Fly ball, center field. McNeil stays on his feet and makes the catch. We head to the third, 2-1. The Kingsmen looking to strike back when we get back here on the Kingsman Baseball Network.
I can't complain. I will.
PJ Olvera is set to lead off the third inning here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Olvera, Daniel, then McNeil. PJ, the second baseman in the 9 slot. It's his first pitch from Lones. And he hits it opposite field, down the line. Nice backhand stop from Tucker. They throw to first in time to get him. A nice play from Matt Tucker. That's out number 1 here in the third inning to deny PJ Olvera extra bases. That ball was a double had it gotten through the infield. So 1 out for Logan Daniel and the Kingsmen. Down 1 run after surrendering 2 in inning number 2. And Daniel pops up the bunt, and it lands up top of the seats. 0-1. Daniel trying to bunt his way aboard here with 1 away. Playing shortstop just as he did in yesterday's game. 0-1 pitch. Took it low and away. The breaking ball was in the dirt. 1-1. Top of the order due up in the bottom of the third for the Bennett School. The Kingsmen will have the top of the order up once Daniel's at-bat has concluded. That ball off the glove of the catcher Santos. It's 2-1. One-run lead for the Bennett School in game 2 of 2 between these two teams. There's another ball high. Three balls and 1 strike. The Kingsmen haven't had a base runner since Dino Catani. That changes now. A walk for Logan Daniel puts a man on as the order loops around to the top.
Get out there and finish.
Couple missing in a row high of the zone. Caden McNeil, who struck out to begin this game, is going to try to get a big inning started after the 1-out walk to Logan Daniel. Tate Johnston's warming up with some light tossing down in the bullpen. Not throwing on a mound quite yet, but getting a couple throws in, loosening up. Throw over to first, back just in time is Daniel. We saw Johnston in yesterday's game warm up a number of times in the bullpen, but he never ended up coming into the game with Brody Winan able to get the job done on the mound. First pitch out of the stretch of the inning. We'll have to wait another throw over to first, and Ferd's back safely. Catcher sets up. Here's the pitch to Caden. Throw over again. And 4 in a row. McNeil had a big game at the plate in yesterday's contest. Reached all 4 times he was at the dish. Now a ball high and in out of the hand of Tavin Lonis. He's behind 1-0 to McNeil. Daniel, a decent lead off of first base. Lonis misses high again, ball 2, and back safely goes Daniel on the throwdown from the catcher. I believe that's 5 in a row from Lonis that have missed high of the strike zone. We'll see if he can locate the 2-0 here against McNeil. He misses high again, throw down, not in time. The upside to that pitch location is it makes for a decently easier throw for the catcher Yandel Santos down to first. But now they're behind 3-0 to the Kingsman leadoff hitter. And now he drills the zone to make it 3-1. We'll see if that turns around the shape of this plate appearance. Eli Thomas is on deck to hit next. 3 balls and 1 strike. Lonis comes set and throws to first. Back safely is Daniel. He's got to be careful over there. That one was the closest yet.
Here we go. We got 1 out. 1 which way. Let's go.
Three-one pitch. High for a ball, and Daniel is into second with the walk. He was on the move, and he may have been gunned down had that pitch been called a strike, but did not end up mattering as McNeil walks himself to first base. So a couple of free passes issued here by Tavin Lonis in the third. Eli Thomas, who had a couple of hard hit balls in yesterday's contest down at the bottom of the order, got himself upgraded from the 8 spot to the 2 spot. We'll see what the in-form bat can do for the Kingsmen here in the 3rd inning. Second and first, 1 away. Daniel on second. McNeil is on first. A lot of speed on the base paths for the Kingsmen. First pitch to Thomas, a slider that just missed off the outside corner. It's a good pitch to open up the at-bat. Did not get the decision from the home plate umpire. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Eli. And he drops it in there that time, no doubt about it. 1-1.
Go, Eli.
Thomas, then Bernie, then Catani. The pitch. A breaking ball, pop foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eli Thomas, who flew out to right field his first time up. Thomas in the game yesterday had a hard fly out and then ended up having a single in his last at-bat. Two strikes to Eli. Inside, maybe low as well, 2-2. Two-two pitch in the dirt, and Thomas has struck out. He ran down to first, hoping to draw a throw, but no throw, no need for a throw. There's no drop third strike with 1 away. So Thomas strikes out for out number 2, and here comes Christian Burney. First pitch to Burney is low.
hit. Good look.
So what?
Christian Burney was hit by a pitch in the first inning, came in to score the Kingsmen's only run to this point. He has a chance to drive in a couple more here. Lonis deals, and Burney chops it foul. First base side, bare hand stopped by Santos in foul territory. Christian Burney had perhaps the most unique hit of the season for the Kingsmen this far in the spring in yesterday's game. 2-1. And he pops it up shallow left center field. Going back is the shortstop Eli, ranging toward the grass, and makes the catch to end the inning. The Kingsmen get a couple on, but cannot find a way onto the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the third, 2-1. The Rebels of the Bennett School cling to a one-run lead against the Kingsmen. Welcome back here to the Kingsman Baseball Network. Doubleheader for you on tap today. Look out for Prospect Baseball starting once this game is over. We'll hustle field one as quick as humanly possible and get that one started for you. We have two games on tap for you today. This first one followed by Prospect versus the Bennett School's premier team. Nemo Barnes back out there for the third, and he misses low to start the inning against Caden 4. 4 popped out to Ashton Bowes in the bottom of the first. Barnes behind him, 2-0 now. 4 was the first of 5 hitters that Barnes retired consecutively to begin the game. In the bottom half of the order, 4 of the 5 reached. 2 balls and no strikes. Barnes trying to start off the third strong with the bullpen active. Outside corner, he's been good at finding that spot when he's been behind in the count. Gets the foul ball, 2-1. Four strikeouts thus far for Barnes, all of them swinging. We'll see if he can get 4 to 2 strikes here. 2-1. Does not get it on the outside corner, and it runs to a hitter's count, 3 balls to a strike. Three-one. There's a ball hit high in the air, right side. Wynant tracking it into foul territory toward the fence, and he ran into the fence, unable to catch the ball. It's 3-2.
Here we go, people. One more.
at least from here, didn't seem to be communication as to the proximity of Wynant to the fence, and he's walking away without too much of a scratch on him, but running into it any harder could have been unfortunate for the Kingsman right fielder. Appears to be all good. We'll continue the ball game here at 3-2 after the foul ball. Cody Haley on deck, and 4 faces the payoff. Pop-up foul. Field number 10 of this Baseball USA complex, the site of today's game between the Varsity Kingsmen and the Bennett Rebels prospect. Time called by the hitter. It's a pretty big, expansive complex here in Houston. Not owned by Perfect Game, but there's plenty of Perfect Game tournaments that are run from the complex here. 3-2. There's a ground ball foul, third base side, continuing to make Nemo Barnes work. That was pitch number 62 in just 2 innings plus for Nemo Barnes. The Kingsmen will likely need to turn to the bullpen at some point in the next couple of innings to relieve Barnes just due to pitch count, if nothing else. Another 3-2. Outside corner, poke foul. Bo's chasing, but he runs out of room, as does Wynant, who is a little bit more hesitant as he got to the fence that time.
We're probably anywhere between 1.8
Another 3-2 pitch coming up here to Caden 4, leading off the third just as he did the first. Barnes got him on the inside corner.
Rick owns the land, owns the building. His lease was up in July.
The home plate umpire joking around with Christian Burney after that one. Burns had set up outside, and Barnes found the inside corner.
No.
So the mistake works out for the Kingsmen. One away here in the third. Cody Haley will hit after the 5th strikeout of the matinee game for Nemo Barnes. Out of the windup against Cody Haley, who struck out his first strikeout of the game in the first inning. Starts him with a breaking ball in the dirt that got off the glove and Burney to the backstop. Yandel Santos will start to retrieve it, but the home plate umpire finding his way. So after the ball that got by Burney, it's 1-0, the pitch. Barnes dials up the fastball, but is behind 2-0 once again.
All right, take a set. Set.
The biggest cause, in all likelihood, looking at the math as far as the pitch count goes, has been the majority of Bennett hitters have been started with a first pitch ball. And now behind 3-0 against Haley.
I got third base. I can give you something. For it.
Barnes finds the zone that time. This is the 12th hitter for Nemo Barnes in this game, as he throws the 3-1 home, and it is a walk. One out walk for Bennett to get their third inning started. And it'll be Yandel Santos after Cody Haley strode to first base. Time called by the base umpire. The base umpire directing something toward the Kingsman dugout. Looks like they might be running somebody out to help protect Tate Johnston, and Angel Rari is the man doing just that. Johnston continuing to warm up in the bullpen. We'll see if we get him at some point here in the third inning. Bottom three, 2-1. Bennett leads the Kingsmen here in Houston. First pitch. And a line drive, fly ball deep into left. Chasing it is Catanian. It's just over his head. He fields it bare hand, hucking it into third, and it is a one-out double for Yandel Santos to put runners on second and third with one out. So the Rebels threatening to add to their lead here in inning number 3. The first extra base hit of the game for either team. It's the third hit of the game against Barnes for the Rebels. Out hitting the Kingsmen 3-1 in this game. They have had 6 base runners to the Kingsmen's 4. Matthew Tucker the next to hit. He led off the second with a strikeout. First pitch. Off the plate, 1-0. 14th hitter of the game for Nemo Barnes. 10 of those hitters have been started with the first pitch ball. I'm sure the coaching staff would love to see that stat flipped the opposite direction. One ball and no strikes. Tucker then Eli trying to punch in some runs. The infield's in. Inside corner strike to even the count. 1-1 for Barnes pitching against the Rebels' third baseman.
Get this guy. Come on. Confident. Want to be out there. Come, compete. Let's go, man. Stay back.
High pitch to make it 2-1. That one high. Tucker struck out in the second inning, then Eli struck out in the second inning before 4 base runners in a row produced 2 runs in the bottom of the second. That one's low to make it 3-1.
Right here, you go, he go. Come on,
The warm-up has slowed down the line for Tate Johnston, perhaps an indicator that he is just about ready to go down the third base line. We'll see what Barnes can do against Tucker. 3-1 pitch. There's a pop-up foul hooking out of play to the first base side of home plate. 3-2. Full count pitch. And high for a walk. Here comes Nick Osborne out to have a chat with his starting pitcher. We'll step aside here for one moment on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Back here after the quick conference on the mound, bases are loaded for the second consecutive inning for the Bennett School, trying to add to its lead over the KBA. Jack Eli is the hitter, the shortstop, 2029 grad, the youngest of the Rebels in the starting lineup yesterday. Outside for ball number 1.
Right behind. Go, good.
1 ball, no strikes. And a swing and a miss to bring the count to 1-1. Prior to that last pitch, the Kingsmen had the corners in with the middle infield set for a double play opportunity, but they've moved Ashton Bowes behind the runner at first in Matthew Tucker. A ball and a strike here with 1 away. 2-1 the score. Back to the changeup. Gets a swing and a miss. 1-2. Couple strikes in a row for Barnes trying to get Eli with J.J. Nolan on deck. Low and away. Once again, not the only game for you today on the Kingsman Baseball Network. We'll have the Kingsman prospect team against the Bennett School's premier squad. That game slated to start at 12 o'clock local time. That's 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll have that one for you on the Kingsman Baseball YouTube channel. 2-2 pitch with 1 away, a big one. And it's low and away again, similar spot.
Here we go, Jack. Win this pitch.
Get the hitter.
Let's go.
J.J. Nolan is on deck. He singled the first base runner for Bennett. He came around to score the first 2. Bennett trying to add to it. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Barnes finds a way to get the second out. His first strikeout, or his second strikeout of the inning, rather. He has 2 in the inning, 6 overall. And he'll face J.J. Nolan here with the bases juiced and 2 outs here in the third.
Go, JJ! Oh, JJ! Come on, JJ! Just one.
First pitch in the dirt, blocked cleanly by Bernie. That's good work behind the plate.
Here we go.
All right, thank you. All right.
Bounced out right in front of him. No chance for any of the base runners to move. Pat Dowell is on third. Bustamante is on second. Or no, excuse me. It's Haley on third. Santos on second. And Tucker on first base. The base is loaded here in the third. Line drive left center field, sending Catani back. Long run, he will not get there as it rebounds off of the wall. 2-run score. Here comes the third as the ball is into Daniel. It is a bases clearing double for J.J. Nolan to break this one open in the bottom of the third. It's 5-1.
Way to go, P.O.
job.
3 runs in the inning for the Bennett Rebels, and that will knock Nemo Barnes out of this game. Tate Johnston will pitch when we return. Big inning for the Rebels here in Houston on the Kingsman Baseball Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Kingsmen, Tate Johnston, relieves Nemo Barnes.
Brody!
2 2/3 for Nemo. And Tate comes in to try to end this inning after the big hit from J.J. Nolan. Jagger Williams, the next hitter. And he dribbles the ball third base side. Clark across the diamond to Bose. And it only takes Tate one pitch to end inning number 3. 3 runs for the Rebels in the third. It's a mirrored game from yesterday. 5-1 after 3. The Kingsmen trying to change the script when we come back on the Kingsman Baseball Network.
Get started, Dino.
New pitcher on the mound for the Rebels of the Bennett School here in the 4th inning. 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to increase that lead. The Kingsmen looking to strike back with the meat of the order. Catani, Bose, and Winan 4-5-6 against Tanner Klentz. Comes out of the pen. He caught yesterday's game in the 9 spot. Now coming in for Tavin Lonis, who's done after 3 innings of 1-run ball. Kingsman trying to win back-to-back here in Houston. Set the table for the prospect team battling Bennett School's premier. Catani squared, and he offered at the pitch that was likely in the zone regardless. It's 0-1. So Catani singled his first time. Only hit of the game for the Kingsmen thus far. In the dirt that time to make it a 1-1.
Good eye, Dino.
It was that check swing that got up over the head of the shortstop, Jack Ela. Catani takes a true hack at that one, sends it to deep right field. Looking up at it as that one goes. Lee watches it go as Dino Catani leaves the yard. And the KBA Varsity has some life to start the 4th inning. It's a solo shot off the bat of Dino Catani, 4-2. Catani 2 for 2, and he has the big fly. It is a 3-run game. It is 5-2 now with that solo shot. So the Kingsmen find the leadoff power. Now we'll see what Ashton Bowes can do with the bases clear and still nobody out. First home run of the spring for Dino Catani. He's had a couple of big shots, but nothing had left the park until just now. 1-0 to Bowes. 3:15 down the lines, but that one was hit into right center, just to the left of the scoreboard out in right field. It's another ball to make it 2-0. Bowes, then Wynant, then Clark. The Kingsmen with a jolt to start the fourth here, trying to come back against the Bennett School. 2-0, and now Bowes takes a hack at it, fouled it off into his leg, and he'll need a second before facing the 2-1. One of the worst feelings as a hitter. That ball fouled straight down into his foot or his ankle. No time to see it coming, no time to brace yourself. But Bowes is going to be all right to continue the at-bat. 2-1 out of the windup. The pitch from Tanner Klentz. Low and in, 3-1. I'll tell you one thing that would relieve the pain here. Free pass if he can walk down to first. 3-1 pitch. And he gets the strike at the top of the zone. Klentz brings the count to full. Bowes was ready to toss his bat and head down to first base. Wynant's on deck for the Kingsmen. Bowes facing a full count. Fastball hit up the middle. Now rolls into center. Just away from the glove of Tanner Klentz. Back-to-back ball games with a base hit for Ashton Bowes. And he is on first with nobody out. That's some good two-strike hitting from Ashton Bowes. Fought it off. He didn't hit it super hard, but he hit it up the middle and got it past the relief pitcher, who's now surrendered 2 hits in a row since coming out of the bullpen. So Brody Wynant will try to pick up the slack. Runner on first, nobody out in a 3-run ball game. And he takes the ball low, 1-0.
Hey, something on the plate, bros. Have it ready.
Been a back-and-forth ball game so far. The Kingsmen got the opening run of the game. Bennett with 5 unanswered, and the Kingsmen have tallied one back here. 1-0. Wynant was hunting. He fouls it off. 1-1. After the foul ball, 1-1 pitch coming with the man on first. Here it is. Outside, 2-1.
Come, Brody. Come on, bro.
After Wynant, it'll be Harris Clark and Matt De La Cruz. Wynant going after that one. Hit it a mile high up on the infield. The pitcher going to try to make the play, and Klentz has it for out number 1. Tanner Klentz is used to reading those infield pop-ups as the catcher in the last ball game. That one with a little bit less backspin than the ones he's used to bringing in behind home plate. Harris Clark up for the second time. He has a man on first and 1 out. First pitch gets the call on the outside corner. 0-1 to start off the at-bat for Harris Clark. He struck out in the second inning, looking to put bat on ball here. So the Kingsmen trying to rally from down 4. Now they're only down 3. Clark took a big hack, but he could not catch up to the fastball. 0-2. De La Cruz on deck for the Kingsmen.
Whole field, Harris. Whole field.
Bowes with a conservative lead at first base. Klentz out of the stretch, pitches to the plate. And he blew by the fastball. Clark down on 3 pitches for out number 2. As Tanner Klentz appears to have settled in after a couple early hits.
Here we go.
De La Cruz up is the designated hitter. First pitch he sees is a swinging strike, 0-1. De La Cruz trying to keep this fourth inning going. The bottom of the fourth will see Dowell, Bustamante, and Lee, 8, 9, 10 for the home team. Now 1-1 in the dirt to De La Cruz. Even count. De La Cruz gets set as the pitch comes in, and it is swung on and missed. Bose is going to head down to second, and he's in scoring position after that ball got by the catcher. 1-2 to De La Cruz, so we'll have to fight. Kuntz shakes off a couple of times. Now he has his sign, trying to end the top of his fourth inning. Outside corner, got De La Cruz to end the frame. 1 run in the inning for the Kingsmen off of the Dino Catani big fly. We head to the bottom of the fourth, and Tate Johnston back on the mound when we return on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Tate Johnston out there to start the fourth inning, and he breaks a curveball in there to get the count to 0-1 against Dash Dowell, who walked and stranded at second in the second inning that saw the Rebels take a lead that they have not since given back. Fastball high to make it 1-1. 5-2 is the score here in Houston, Texas. Partly cloudy here in the southeast quadrant of Texas. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt this time. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's Dowell, Bustamante, and Lee. Bottom 3 of the Bennett order. The Kingsmen grabbed a run back in the top of the fourth. You know they'd love to put up a 0 here in the bottom half and inch them closer to being back in this ball game. That's 3 consecutive out of the zone for Johnston after the first pitch strike. Three-one pitch. Got the zone, 3-2. Outfield for the Kingsmen, Catani, McNeil, and Winan. Clark, Daniel, Olvera, and Bose along the infield. 3-2. Low for a ball. Leadoff walk for Dash Dowell. He has walked both times he's been to the plate. That is the 5th walk issued by Kingsman pitching here in the first 4 innings of the ball game. Runner on first, nobody out for Cade Bustamante. Curveball outside. It's 1-0. Johnston came in out of the pen in the third, threw 1 pitch and got a ground out. Williams grounded out to end the third. And Johnston's back out to pitch the fourth. 1-0 pitch. Finds the zone that time, hits the corner 1-1. It's Bustamante, then Lee. And he hits the outside corner again. Johnston settling in here. A couple of fastballs find the zone in a row. One ball and 2 strikes. The center fielder Bustamante trying to fight off Johnston here. Curveball tapped to third. Chance for 2. Clark goes to second for 1. Olvera unable to make the throw to first as that throw took him away from the first base bag, but they get the fielder's choice for out number 1. First out of the inning for Johnston. Clark to Olvera for the fielder's choice. Lee will bat with a man on first and 1 out.
Let's go, Slim. Go, Slim.
Outside, just missed the corner, 1-0.
Go to well, Tate. Pretty good pitch right there, Tate. Out of what? Pretty good pitch.
Right on left matchup, Johnston against the right fielder Lee, who flew out to center to end the second inning. Slide step, Johnston in the zone that time, 1-1. It'll be Olvera, Daniel, and McNeil. The same 3 that led off the third will lead off the 5th. The Kingsmen trying to rally here against the Bennett School. 1-1 from Johnston. And he just misses the outside corner again. A couple of really good-looking pitches from Johnston to Lee. He's behind in the count here with 1 out. 2-1. That one missed. 3-1 is the count. The hitter's count for Lee. Caden 4 is on deck. The designated hitter at the top of the order as the Rebels prepare to bat for the 3rd time. Three-one pitch. And he walked him. Second walk of the inning for Tate Johnston. This time it's Lee who finds his way aboard. Runners on second and first and 1 away for the top of the order. A couple of walks giving Bennett some life here in the 4th. First pitch to 4, and that's low for ball 1. Walks will always make rallies tougher from the pitching perspective, but especially those against the bottom of the order make things even more so. The bottom 3 of the order were due up in the 4th, and 2 of them reached on the free pass. There's a swinging strike to Caden 4, and it is 1-1. No harm, no foul yet for Johnston, who's retired 2 of the 4 hitters he's seen so far. 4 is not reached today, a pop out and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. 1-1. Johnston back to the low and away corner, misses the zone 2-1. Angel Rari starting to throw down in the bullpen. Two balls and a strike. That one is high. Bernie taking a couple steps toward the mound to toss that one back. 3 balls and 1 strike. Cody Haley is on deck for the Rebels. Johnston needs to find the zone here behind 3-1. Right down the middle, and it's hit out to center. McNeil chasing it, falls in front. Caden McNeil whips it in, and the stop sign is on. Station to station go the Rebels, and it is bases loaded. Had to find the zone, and it was right over the plate for the taking. Caden Four hits his first base knock of the game and reaches for the first time. And it is bases loaded with 1 out.
Goes right behind us.
That's high for ball 1 against Cody Haley. Second baseman 0 for 1. His 3rd time to the plate. It's good location from Johnston to even the count at 1-1. He drips it on the outside corner. Haley walked his last time to the plate. He ended up scoring on the J.J. Nolan double. That brought in all 3 runs for the Rebels in the 3rd. Kingsman looking to keep them off the scoreboard here in the 4th. 1-1. Breaking ball just high. 2 balls and a strike.
Don't give up on that.
Where's that miss?
It's up. I got it up.
Hey, this pitch right here.
2 balls and a strike. Johnston out of the windup with the bases juiced. And that one is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Yandel Santos on deck. Three-one pitch. And Johnston hits the outside corner. Haley was a couple steps out of the batter's box, but that one was in the zone to make it 3-2.
2-8. Confidence right here, 2-8. Let's confidence.
Stay right here, right now. Right here, right
His first time to the plate, Cody Haley struck out swinging. It was the first of 6 strikeouts today for Nemo Barnes. Johnston's 3-2.
Yeah.
Got it. No, he didn't get it on the corner.
Great pitch. Right there.
I'll take that one, baby. That pitch is down.
There's no way that was
Knock
down.
it off.
No way that was
Get him,
down.
coach. Get him, coach.
Go, Tanner.
There's 2 misses at it back.
Time. Yes, Coach, coach. if you continue, you're going to be run. Real quick. I gave you your warning. You're done.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go, Tanner.
Take another one, Kate.
So the walk brings in a run. That makes it 6-2. Yandel Santos will now hit with the bases loaded. First pitch from Johnston finds the zone. 0-1.
There you go, 7. Just like that. Do it again.
No balls and 1 strike. Johnston's 0-1 is hit out to right field. Wynant chasing after it. And he makes the catch, losing his hat in the process. The ball's whipped in. Bose will throw it to the plate. Bernie with the tag. Safe is the call as the slide was just under the tag from Christian Bernie.
There you go.
Throw the ball,
All
bro.
right, Tanner.
Let it go.
Sacrifice fly scores Owen Lee for the 2nd run of the inning for the Bennett School. And the 2nd and 1st with 2 away. It's now 7-2. Two more runs in the inning for the Bennett School. And now the first pitch inside to Matt Tucker.
Let's go, Matt.
Go ahead, right here. Working hard back there. Working hard.
Go right center, get. Right.
One ball, no strikes, 2 away. The Kingsmen set to bring 9-10-1 to the plate in the 5th. Biggest lead of the game for the Bennett Rebels. That is popped up foul.
Get it, Bernie. Die on that one, Bernie. You gotta dive on that one.
Bernie. Go back.
Matthew?
2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Another productive inning for the Rebels. They've scored in every inning since the 2nd. Breaking ball outside. Two balls and a strike to Matt Tucker with Jack Eli on deck. Low for ball 3.
Jump on this right here. Let's go.
Third base is unoccupied for the Rebels. They have runners on second and first. 4 and Haley on base right now for the Bennett School. Runners on the move. That one's inside. Throw down to third. Called out, but the walk will prevent the inning from being over. It was ball 4. So the runner is safe because he is entitled to that base.
Right here. Let's go. Hey, clear. Confidence. Go, babe. Go,
So Jack Eli up with the bases loaded. First pitch, pop foul, 0-1. Eli 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks.
Hey, confidence, Jack. Forward, babe.
Baseball.
Hey, need it.
Gonna need a couple new baseballs here in this ball game. It was a great throw from Bernie down to third. Harris Clark had the tag on him in time to get the stealing Caden 4, but it was ball 4 on the play, so no chance to get the out. That's a ball.
That's great pitch. Is that up, Bobs?
That was up and out.
Great pitch. Take another one, Tate. Good, Josh.
Johnston was out of the windup, but time was called as he started his motion.
Here we go, Jack.
Rari continues to get ready down the line. Here's the pitch from Tate. And it is once again skied foul. Eli trying to avoid a strikeout for the 3rd time in a row to start this game. Johnston trying to get out of this 4th inning. Long time looking in, now fires home. And misses with the breaking ball outside, maybe a little bit up as well. Two balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded for the Rebels. And a line drive into center field. Going after it is McNeil, and it will fall as 1 run comes in, and now a second. 2 RBI single for Jack Eli, as the production keeps on coming for the Rebels. A 4-run inning for the home team from Houston. Makes the score 9-2. In yesterday's game, the Kingsmen won 6-1, and the Rebels were not without their chances to score. as they had runners in scoring position in every single inning.
Hey, go compete. Hey, you compete.
Except for the 7th, that was. They were able to finish the job in the 7th, the Kingsmen, without a base runner, but in the 6 innings prior, the Rebels had opportunities, just could not cash in the runs. Today, that has not been the case, as there's a foul ball to the third base side and out of play, 0-1. Bennett has done a very good job of hitting with runners in scoring position. They now have 6 hits on the ball game, including a couple of crucial doubles. So left-handed hitter J.J. Nolan at the plate. He has the biggest hit of the game so far. The bases clearing double. Knocked Nemo Barnes out of the game in the 3rd. He's the last hitter that has not yet seen Tate Johnston. That one off the plate outside. 1-1. Reminder, it'll be Olvera, Daniel, and McNeil once we get to the 5th. Ground ball, second base side. Olvera has it, and he goes to first in time to get J.J. Nolan. So the inning ends, another productive one for the Rebels of the Bennett School. We head to inning number 5, the Kingsmen trying to solve Bennett pitching. We return as Varsity Baseball on the Kingsman Baseball Network.
Watch hands.
To the 5th inning we go here. PJ Olvera leading things off. He grounded out sharply to third his last time. Now he puts one second base side. A nice play from the second baseman Haley. And once again, Olvera is denied a hit by the infield of the Bennett School. One away here. Logan Daniel will come to the plate next. Here in the 5th, and his first pitch to Logan is inside. It runs to the backstop. That's ball 2 inside. 2-0 is hit hard into left and over the head of Nolan. Rounding first, heading for second is Logan Daniel. He's got himself a ground rule double.
Hey, keep it up, Reed.
And the 5-7 slugger putting one extra bases. And the shortstop's on second here with one away. Up at the top of the order, the Kingsmen to the top for the 3rd time. McNeil will try to build on that double. First pitch, and that's in for ball 1. That ball's chopped first base side into right field. Rounding third, but getting the stop sign now coming in to score is Logan Daniels. The ball was mishandled by Owen Lee in right field. The Kingsmen grab one back. It's a base hit for Caden McNeil, and he gets to second base. So that's the first run of a few that the Kingsmen will need to get back into this one, but they've scored for the second inning in a row. It is 9-3. First pitch to Thomas, and Eli hunting the first pitch fastball, comes up empty against Cluntz. It's the second inning in a row since coming out of the pen that Tanner Cluntz has given up back-to-back hits, one of which a single, the other a ball that ended up beyond the fence. Of course, one a home run, one a ground rule double. That ball popped foul territory, but playable for the first baseman. And Williams makes the catch for out number 2 here in the 5th.
Keep it up, Abe.
So Cluntz pitching against Christian Burney. First pitch. Rides low and in on him. 1-0. Burney 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and he popped out to short. They'll look to score McNeil from second. 1-0 pitch. Took it on the outside corner and the count's even at 1. In the bottom of the 5th for Bennett, they'll see Williams, Dowell, and Bustamante. 7, 8, 9 due up for the home team from Houston, Texas. The prospect team is warming up over on field 1 right now. That game is supposed to start at noon. We may see a little bit of a delay depending on how long this one goes. Fastball hit hard in the air, but foul right side. 2 strikes to Burney. Two-strike pitch coming here to Christian Burney. McNeil on second. That's low.
Seen it well, Burns. Be on top. Come, kids. Go in, hey, know what you're looking for and go with it. Come on. Come on, back. There we go, Aiden.
Bernie sits on the curveball, skies it to left, but foul. Angel Rari down there in the bullpen watches it fly out of play.
I see you 2-5. I see you working.
We've seen it this spring. Bernie's got some pop in the bat.
Hey, here we go.
Just had his home runs come at the prospect level. Trying to find some two-out production here for the varsity team. One of the floaters.
Go roller dog.
Clentz glances at McNeil and pitches home. And Bernie hits it to short. Fielded cleanly by Eli. He goes to first and gets Christian to end the inning. We head to the bottom half of the fifth. The Kingsmen grab another run but still trail here on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Bottom of the fifth here in Houston, Texas, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Kingsmen. Gets a first pitch ground ball to Daniel at short. Logan Daniel across the mound. One pitch, one out for the Dominican right-hander, Angel Rari. Rari out of Higüey in the Dominican Republic. Out of the pen in relief of Tate Johnston. First pitch to Dash Dowell. And another fastball in there, hit foul, 0-1. A good observation being fed into my ear. Angel Rari traditionally has pitched exclusively out of the stretch. regardless of runners on or not. But he's out of the windup today. Potentially something he's been working on in practice. 0-1. He's just off the plate that time. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Kingsmen have managed runs in the last 2 innings, but Bennett has produced more runs in each inning than they had scored in the previous. Rory and the Kingsmen will be looking to end that streak in its tracks here in the 5th. Outside corner, 2 strikes to Dash Dowell. He's walked both times he's been at the plate so far, yet to register an at-bat because of it. Two-strike pitch. And he dotted the outside corner to get Dowell looking for out number 2. A quick 2 outs from the Dominican flamethrower. 2 outs for Bustamante. I gotcha. First pitch to Bustamante. And a strike to the Bennett Rebels, number 30. 7 pitches for Angel Rari. He's working efficiently. Out of the windup, he slides home the 0-1. And he misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the top of the 6th, we'll see the hot bats of Dino Catani and Ashton Bowes, then Brody Winan. 4, 5, 6 due up for the KBA. It's in there for a strike. 2 strikes off of the slider that found the zone that last time. Owen Lee on deck if we see another hitter for the Rebels. Fastball just high. A good 2-strike pitch, but does not get the temptation of Bustamante. The center fielder batting 0 for 1, a walk and a fielder's choice. He did come around to score when he reached on the fielder's choice. Another 2-strike pitch. And that's low.
Hey, battle. Okay, good job. Come on, kid. Battle here. Foul it off.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And he throws the fastball, which is fouled off.
Sit back. Sit back. See it, drive it.
Rory coming set, trying to get out of this 5th inning, facing the minimum. And a hard ground ball, second base side and into right center field, past Olvera. It died in the grass as it's picked up by McNeil. It's a 2-out hit for Cade Bustamante. And Owen Lee will come to the plate here with 2 outs. First pitch coming to the lefty. Throw over to first. Nearly had the pickoff with Bustamante diving back in. Angel pitching against the lefty bat. He misses low inside as well for a ball. The near exclusively fastball so far for Rory. Just the one off-speed pitch thus far. There's the chop ground ball, second base side. Olvera with it, bringing him toward first, throws it on in time, and the inning is over. The Dominican working well, and the Kingsmen halt the progress of the Rebels. First time since the first that Bennett does not score. We head to the 6th. Kingsmen looking to resume the comeback. When we come back, Varsity Baseball on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Sixth inning here for the Kingsmen. Dino Catani hit the home run to right field his last time up. His first pitch, he squares the bunt, drops it down. Tough play coming in. The pitcher throws and holds on to the baseball. Dino Catani has his 3rd hit of the ball game, and this time with the surprise drag bunt. Finds himself aboard to start the 6th, and Ashton Bowes will hit next for the Kingsmen. Not too often you see a guy who just hit a bomb square around to bunt his next time, but he finds a way aboard, and the Kingsmen get the most important thing, base runners. Bowes to hit next. First pitch, and Bowes hits it high in the air down the left field line, hooking toward the corner, and it's a fair ball off the wall. Here goes Catani running down to 3rd as Bowes strolls in with a double. And how about the Kingsmen out of the gates here in the 6th inning? A couple of big hits, including an extra base hit for Ashton Bowes, who has looked at his best here in Houston. He ripped that ball down the line. So here's Brody Winan. Winan 0 for 2 with a couple of shallowly hit balls, but he's got runners in scoring position in his biggest at-bat to date. First pitch, and he lashes out at 1, hitting it hard but foul. Clentz is putting him in the zone, and the Kingsmen are free swinging right now in the 6th inning. Oh and 1 with nobody out. Clentz stares at second, comes to the plate, and loops in a curveball to get him ahead 0 and 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And that's low and away for ball number 1. Wynant, then Clark, then De La Cruz, 6, 7, 8, as the Kingsmen try to mount a ferocious comeback against the Bennett School. They won game 1 of this 2-game set, trying to come back and win this one. Wynant fights off a breaking ball. He hit it opposite field but foul. Clark is on deck next. Wynant trying to bring in a run or two here. Clentz throws home the 2-strike pitch, and he missed the outside corner just off the plate that time for ball number 2. Next pitch. And Wynant hits a hammer ball down to left field. Tracking it is Nolan at the wall. It's gone. The monster inning continues. Second home run of the game for the KBA. It's a 3-run home run for Brody Wynant. And we've got ourselves a ball game. 9-6 here in the 6th. And how about the middle of the order coming up with some big hits? 4, 5, 6 to lead it off. And it was a single, a double, and then a home run. And the Kingsmen are right back in this game. We'll see if Harris Clark can keep it going. So the Bennett School still up by 3 runs. As that curveball is in there to Harris Clark. But just watching the first 3 hitters of the 6th, you can see how quickly 3 runs can come and go. 0-1 to Harris. And he sits on the curveball, drills it down the line and fair. Into the corner. Clark rounds first, heading for second as Nolan tracks down the baseball. 4 hits in a row for the Kingsmen, 3 extra base hits consecutively. And time called for a Bennett School mound visit. We'll step aside. The Kingsmen are on the comeback trail. We'll see if they can keep it rolling when we get back in just a moment. Back here in Houston, Tanner Clentz is still on the mound, pitching to Matt De La Cruz. First pitch, fastball right down the heart of the plate. And it is 0-1. De La Cruz trying to find his spark here in the 6th inning. Clentz has faced him already. 0-1. Curveball, inside corner, a really good pitch. And here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2.
Boy, Matt. 2-2, huh? 2-2. Right here, right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The right-hander throwing. And De La Cruz rips it into right center field. Tracking it is Bustamante. It's in the gap. Here comes Clark around third. De La Cruz has himself a double. Clark coming to the plate as that throw went to third. How about Matthew De La Cruz? It's a 2-run game here in Houston. And once again, another mound visit. And now a pitching change will be made. Fireworks await us in the final 2 innings. The Kingsmen and the Bennett School. We wouldn't want it any other way. It's 9-7. We'll be right back. Back here in Houston, there is a new pitcher on the mound. And we will see what PJ Olvera can do. The 6th inning has been a big one for the Kingsmen so far. It's a lefty on the mound, and the first pitch to Olvera is high. JJ Nolan is in to pitch for the Bennett Rebels.
Hey, he's gonna quick pitch and make sure you get time.
Let's go,
Hey,
2-1.
you stay home. You cry. Got their base side. Let's go, PJ!
Nolan coming in from left field. He's pitching to Olvera here with the runner on second. And PJ sees that one come in and hit him. A hit by pitch puts the tying run aboard. Here in the 6th, and Logan Daniel will try to keep things rolling. What a comeback effort for the Kingsmen here in this inning that has seen them already come through with 4 runs. And they have the tying run on with nobody out. Daniel squaring, and he pulls back. The ball is low, 1-0.
Hey, go to work, kid. Let's
There
go.
will be a pinch hitter in the spot of Caden McNeil at the top of the order because Jack Catron is standing on deck. Caden McNeil, one of the floaters that just had to head down to the other field. There's a fly ball off the bat of Daniel. It is 1-1. Yet to hear if the start time for the other game, if that will be slightly delayed due to the fact that some of the players and coaches interchange between both teams. Scoring a bunt, Daniel gets it popped up, diving and making an incredible catch is the first baseman, Jagger Williams. Makes a heck of a play for out number 1. To full extension to deny Daniel the ability to bunt them over.
Hey, Bob, got a pinch hitter for our leadoff round.
So Jack Catron pinch hitting for the Kingsmen in place of McNeil. We'll see if any other changes need to be made. First pitch from Nolan is just a bit high, 1-0. Runner still on second and first, but that bunt being caught changes the complexity of this inning. The Kingsmen had the opportunity to put runners on second and third, and instead, the runner is still in place. 1-0 to Catron. And he takes it high for ball 2. Eli Thomas is on deck, still hitting in the 2 spot.
JJ. Go to work, kid.
2-0 pitch outside, 3 balls and no strikes. And so far, Catron's job as the pinch hitter has been easy.
Let's go all the way back.
See if Nolan can find the zone here behind 3-0. Runners on second and first, 1 out. And that is a ball to load them up.
All right, hey, ground ball right here.
We're in play, baby boy. We're in play.
Throw it, boys.
So here comes Eli Thomas. Had a base hit in the game yesterday, hitless so far. But with a hit here, could tie or take the lead.
Ground ball away, kid.
First pitch coming from JJ Nolan. It is outside for a ball.
Let's go.
Third pitcher of the game for the Rebels. Bennett's number 7 pitched a long ways in this one. Now Nolan trying to pick up the pieces. That's low for ball 2. Now 6 in a row off the plate since that bunt pop-up from Logan Daniel. We're into the top of the Kingsman order, 2, 3, 4, with the bases loaded. Thomas watches it go. 3 balls and no strikes. A walk would make it 9-8. Nolan will need to find the zone here against Eli Thomas. 3-0. And it is high and away. Another 4-pitch walk.
Hey, you didn't find it, kid. Let's go.
Return the Mac. Oh, no. Matt.
So 9-8 is the score, a 5 spot for the Kingsmen. And here comes Christian Burney.
Your gumball away, kid. Let's go.
The tying run is on third with PJ Olvera. Jack Catron is on second as the go-ahead. First pitch from Nolan to Burney. And he took it low, it's to the backstop. Here comes Olvera. The throw to the plate is not in time. And we are tied in Houston.
Find it, dude.
The ball went 5-hole on the Bennett catcher. All square and 1-0 to Burney. Christian Burney took a home run hack at that one, and it is 1-1. The Kingsmen were down 9-2. They've now scored 7 unanswered. And it's a foul tip into the glove of the catcher. The count is 1-2. Dino Catani is on deck, and he's had one heck of a day. He led off this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burney trying to give the Kingsmen the lead. The pitch from Nolan. Fastball hit in the air to center field. Coming in on it is Bustamante. He makes the catch. Catron trying to tag. The throw to the plate is off to the right. And the sacrifice fly gives the Kingsmen the lead.
Way to do a job, Bernie! Yeah, Bernie!
The Kingsmen were aggressive with the shallow fly ball to center field, testing the arm of Cade Bustamante.
Let your defense work.
And the throw was off to the first base side, 10-9. And here comes Dino Catani. Kingsmen have batted through the order here in inning number 6. That's at the top of the zone for strike number 1. In the strike zone to make it 1-1.
What you want?
And that ain't over, Dino. Let's go.
Go, Dino!
That's low for a ball.
Hey, really good with 2, huh? Really good with 2.
2 outs here in the inning. Dino Catani started the 6th with a bunt base hit. And what an inning it has become for the KBA. He now takes a swing and pops one foul.
Hey, folks. Be safe, folks.
There's one back here, Blue.
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Catani at the plate. Bose is on deck. If the inning continues further, the bottom of the 6th will see the top of the Bennett School order. Catani rips it down the first base line, but just foul.
All over it, Dino. All over it.
Boy, good battle.
Go challenge.
An inning that has seen the Kingsmen down 9-3, and now They have their first lead since the top of the first. Trying to add to it with runners in scoring position. Catani fighting off another one. It's just the runner on third for the Kingsmen right now. Eli Thomas is on third after advancing from second on the sacrifice fly. Another pitch from the lefty, and it's away. Coming to the plate is Thomas, and he will dive in safely.
Find the zone, baby. Let's go.
The bases are now clear for Catani. 2 balls and 2 strikes after the ball off to the outside of the zone. And a ground ball, first base side, fielded in foul territory by Jagger Williams. The call was hesitant down the first base line. Another 2-strike pitch. Just missed the corner. 3-2. Dino Catani is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a home run. The Kingsmen have 2 big flies in the ball game today. 3-2 pitch. And he strikes out at the fastball just high of the letters. What an inning it was for the Kingsmen. Down a ton. They get 8 and take the lead into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Here in the bottom of the 6th, an entertaining one. The Kingsmen with a big top to bring Angel Rari back to the mound with a lead. He pitches to the top of the Bennett School order. Misses up and in. First pitch to Caden 4. And the Kingsmen need 6 outs to win this ball game. One 1-0 from Rari. And he hits the zone with the fastball. 1-1. No bullpen action for the Kingsmen right now. They're content to let Rory ride it out for a bit. One and one pitch with nobody out. And it just misses the zone. 2 balls to just 1 strike.
All right, Angel. All right, here we go.
It is just after noon Central Time. No word yet on if that game across the pond has been delayed. 3 balls and 1 strike is inside. We'll have the coverage for you as soon as humanly possible once this game wraps up. 3-1. Rory sees the ball lifted into right field. Line tracking. And he reaches up and makes the grab. That's actually Dino Catani out there. Catani makes the catch for out number 1. Matthew De La Cruz has moved to left field. The outfield changes required because Caden McNeil left the game to head to field number 1 for the prospect battles. There is an absolute lightning bolt off of the bat of Cody Haley that is right at Harris Clark for out number 2. He smoked it, but it could not have been more at the third baseman for the Kingsmen. 2 outs. Kingsmen looking to get through the bottom of the 6th in a hurry. Yandel Santos had a sacrifice fly his last time, batting in the 4th. The biggest run, the biggest inning of the game for Bennett, that 4-run 4th. Misses just off the plate with a good slider.
That's a great pitch. That's a great pitch.
It's about a 10-mile-an-hour change of speed for Angel Rory with that slider against the fastball. There's no chance that Santos was swinging at it, just needed to find the call. That's a chop ground ball, third base line, rolling, just foul. 1-1. There's no call. But we can assume that the ball was foul. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 away. Rory fires the pitch, swung on and missed. Two strikes to Santos. Rory strikes him out with a pitch in the zone. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the final inning. The Kingsmen trying to win their 2nd consecutive in Houston. We'll be right back here with the 7th and final on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Seventh inning here in Houston, Texas, and it is Bose, Wynant, Clark leading off the seventh inning. First pitch off the plate outside from J.J. Nolan. Started the game in left field, on the mound now. He pitched part of the sixth, and now he's into the seventh, pitching against Ashton Bose. Drops a nice one in there on the inside corner. Back and forth ball game between the Rebels of the Bennett School and the Kingsman Baseball Academy. 2-1.
Hey, hold field, hold field.
2-1 pitch from Nolan. And he gets the foul tip into the glove of the catcher to make it 2-2. Bose, Wynant, then Clark, and De La Cruz if we get any further into the order. 2-2 pitch. And Bose uncorks one into right center field. A long run for Bustamante, and it's down in the gap. Ashton Bose motoring around second. He's headed for third. The throw from Haley is not in time. Bubba's got himself a triple. Who knew that man could run so fast? And Bose putting it in the power alley. Gets the leadoff man on third here with nobody out in the seventh.
Hey, here we go, bro.
Next to hit, Brody Wynant. It's high for ball one. We'll have coverage of the Kingsman prospect against Bennett Rebels premiere as soon as humanly possible. I'll hustle on over to field number one, get things rolling for you at the conclusion of this exciting ball game. That's high for ball two. Wynant had a home run to left field. His big fly got the Kingsmen 3 runs back. Down 6 when that 6th inning started. He takes one off the plate, 3-0.
Step here, throw here, kid.
Nolan trying to settle in here against Brody Wynant, and he delivers a beauty of a 3-0 fastball. Wynant tried to hit it where he put the last one, and he came up short.
Let's go, Brody.
And a walk to put runners on the corners.
Tanner, you got first and third. First and third, Tanner.
Thank you.
Tanner, you got first and third. Come on.
Go, trust it.
Hey, let's go.
Hey,
Step up, JJ. Step up, JJ. Hey, Tanner, we got first and third. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
First and third with nobody out for the Kingsmen. Wynant on first with Bose at third base. Pitch to Harris Clark is outside, 1-0.
Make the adjustment, kid.
Ashton Bose started the 7th inning with a triple. Hit into the right center field gap. He's got all the legs of the cycle except for a home run. One of the best days that Bose has seen in the Kingsman black and gold. Runner on the move, and Harris taps it into the Kingsman dugout, third base side. (11-9) is the score. Final inning of action in what has been a long first game of the day today. 9:30 Central Time, first pitch. And we're currently sitting 12:15, so good afternoon. After the foul ball, we see a second one consecutive from Clark. 2 strikes to Harris. De La Cruz is on deck. Clark hits another one foul with Winan on the move. Here at Baseball USA, Houston, Texas. Beautiful multi-field complex for some Wednesday, or I guess Tuesday afternoon baseball. Throw over to first. Nolan checking on Brody Winan. Sidearm toss to Williams is not in time as Brody's back standing up.
Go do your job, kid.
And Clark hits it high in the air. Winan's got to head back to first. The third baseman comes in and makes the catch as Winan dives back in simultaneously. So the pop out gets 1 out on the board here in the 7th. Clark with a good at bat, but unable to convert it into a run. De La Cruz next to hit after his double into the right center field gap.
Go, shut it down.
Nolan digs in, working from the stretch. First pitch, a swing and a miss. De La Cruz 1 for 3 today. That double into the gap. I think the hardest ball we've seen the Gastonia native hit this season. He absolutely ripped it. He's behind 0-1 here with runners on the corners. Another one that just misses the zone, a fastball just inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kingsman trying to wrap up what would be a huge comeback, their biggest deficit since Combine Academy back in February. That ball ripped to short. Backhand stop. The throw to first is in time to get De La Cruz. And at the plate, Bose is safe. Got his hand on the plate before the tag from Tanner Klentz. And 1 more comes in off of the ground ball out. It's a good read from Brody Winan to be hustling on contact there. That ball falling just in front of the shortstop. And because he was already breaking for second, the Rebels were unable to turn the double play. So 1 more run comes in on the RBI ground out from Matt De La Cruz. And the first pitch to Olvera is high for a ball. Outside corner strike to make it 1-1.
Here we go. Right now, Pete.
Top of the 7th, the bottom half, we'll see Tucker, Eli, and Nolan hit for the Rebels. There's a high pop-up foul. PJ Olvera watched the flight of that ball, and I think he ended up staring straight into the sun doing it.
Come on, Pete. Line cross.
We'll have to reset here after the foul ball. Daniel on deck if the Kingsmen get another hitter. PJ fouls one off. Straight into the leg. The upper and lower body has taken a beating in this afternoon. run here in the 7th so far for the Kingsmen. They have one more in scoring position. One in the 1st, one in the 4th, one in the 5th, and then that 8 spot in the 6th. The difference so far in this game. And Olvera takes high. Wynant scampers back to second. Two-strike pitch, strikes out Olvera, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Kingsmen grab one more as insurance. They'll try to hold down a 3-run lead when we come back, trying to wrap up the ball game in Houston. We head to the bottom of the 7th here. The Kingsmen trying to finish the job against the Bennett School, the Rebels. Looking for a comeback against Angel Rari and the Kingsmen. Hustling down an arm to the bullpen just in case Rari needs some help here in the 7th. He gets a foul ball off of the bat of Matt Tucker to start things here. 0-1, nobody out. Rari has been in since the 5th. That's a nice breaking ball outside. AJ. 1-1 with nobody out. Outside on the fastball. Two balls and one strike here. Rari pitching against Tucker. And that breaking ball got off the plate outside away from Bernie, 3-1. The Bennett School looking for a leadoff man on. We're unable to get the leadoff man on in the 4th, or rather in the 5th or the 6th. Through one. Line drive left field, and it's a base hit. And it got by De La Cruz. It took a bad hop off the grass. From first to second, it goes Tucker. And he's got himself a base hit to start things here. Really unfortunate for Matt De La Cruz. That took a wicked hop in left field. Kingsman trying to preserve the win here, but the Rebels with some life here in the 7th. In fact, that's only the 2nd inning of this ball game, the 4th being the other one, that they have managed to get the leadoff man on base. The Kingsmen have done a good job of getting after the first man, but Tucker reaches here. Here's Jack Eli. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Eli, a couple strikeouts in his first 2 at-bats, but singled his last time. He's 1 for 3. Runner on second, nobody out, nobody holding on. Tucker at second. And that one off the plate, 1-1. Eli trying to find a way here. Takes a strike outside half. 1-2. Rory came in to start the 5th inning. Prior to that single, he retired 6 of his first 7.
Come on, Jackson. Jackson.
Into the 7th here, nobody out. And a fly ball right field, playable for Dino Catani. Backpedaling, makes the catch, runner tagging up, and he fires a missile to third, but no chance to get Tucker, who advances on the flyout. So a run 90 feet away for Bennett, but they'll need more than that. Down 3 with 1 away. Here's J.J. Nolan. Came in to pitch, the pitcher for the last couple of innings against the Kingsmen. He was the 2nd pitcher in that huge 6th inning for the Kingsman bats. First pitch, just missed the zone, 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Ground ball, third base side, playable. Rory off the mound, bare hands, and throws it first one out of time.
Here we go, Brett.
Inside off the glove of Bernie, 90 feet for J.J. Nolan. Nolan's had a really good day at the plate, 3 hits, including that infield single, the swinging bunt against Rory. 12-10 is the score here in Houston. Runner in scoring position, the tying run is at the plate for Jagger Williams. 1-0. Low and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Game number 2 of the day, the prospect game against the Bennett School Premier, is underway. In the 2nd inning over there, last I heard it was 0-0 in the end of the 1st. Try to catch you up on that one as much as I can once we can get on over there. There's a fly ball, playable for Catani again, coming in on it a couple of steps. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Second fly out to right in this inning, and Dash Dowell will come to the plate, or no, we'll have somebody in his place. Isa Garcia will come to the plate as the final out. Angel Rory came in to start the 5th inning, looking for his first win as a KBA pitcher. The Dominican fires home the first pitch fastball that is high.
We need you now. We need you now. We need you now. Let's go.
1-0 pitch. And it's spiked. Nice backhand grab by Bernie. It's 2-0. And here comes Preston Hudak. Hudak out to chat with Angel Rari. No point to the bullpen has been made, but Coach Nick Osborne motioning down to Jack Catron, who's throwing in the bullpen as a pitcher, not a catcher, to get ready to go. We'll see what the string on Rari is. He only needs one more out. It's 12-10. The tying run is at the plate. Garcia and then Bustamante. At least that spot, but it looks like Luke Beck is swinging on deck. He batted cleanup in the game yesterday. Beck would hit if Garcia can reach. Catron warming up, but this is Angels' game. 1 out away from a big win in Houston. First pitch. And it's a fly ball to center field. Going back on it is Winan, and it's over his head. 1 run will come in to score. Throw goes into second base as it is a 2-out RBI double to put the tying run in scoring position. Angel Rari concedes the double. It's a 1-run game, 12-11. Catron's still preparing, but it looks like the Kingsmen are going to let Rari try to finish this game against Luke Beck. First pitch. Outside corner. A great pitch from the Dominican right-hander. Runner on second is the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. Slider away. The prospect game is underway. We'll get you over to that one as soon as this game is over. One ball, one strike in a 1-run game. Did not get the call on the outside corner. It's 2-1.
Bobby.
Noah Powell is swinging on deck. Another substitute set to come in. The bottom of the order is up, but we have not seen a hitter in the starting lineup since Jagger Williams in the 7-hole when he flew out. 2-1. In there for strike number 2. The Kingsmen are a strike away. The tying run is on second in what has been an absolute thriller in the Space City. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, got him! Fuego, Papi, fuego! Angel Rari finishes the game with a fastball. And the Kingsmen win 12-11 as they defeat the Bennett School Rebels in game number 2 of the 2-game set. What an absolute barn burner. And the Kingsmen, with an 8 spot in the 6th inning, find a way to come back and win. And we turn our eyes to prospect baseball. We'll get out of here in a hurry because we got another field to be at. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Kingsman Baseball on the air. Once again, your final score, 12-11. The Kingsman Baseball Academy defeats the Bennett School right here. Thanks for joining us on the Kingsman Baseball Network.